So by now for the YouTube folks, when this one goes live, but for those watching our stream right now, we are approaching Christmas and the holidays, New Year's, and many other things going around the world, whatever you celebrate. Typically, red-green is somewhat associated with some of these holidays, and in light of that, we're going to be playing some red-green lists. We already filmed Gruel mid-range this morning. You'll have to find that on a YouTube channel, mine specifically, later. We also recorded something in collaboration with That Mill Guy, and that should be going live soon. He never really gave me a date. So we have this stuff, but we're definitely doing some fun little things here. We'll probably be playing a little bit of Red White Lockout for the stream a bit later today, just because red, white, red, green, these are kind of Christmassy colors. Probably not so much black. Black will probably not show up for about a week. We did a lot of black though before. So what do we have? Well, we have a revisit here, and we actually have a revisit that I'm gonna change nothing. I'm not going to change anything. So Red Prison right now, we're doing very well with 7 moons. If you haven't checked those lists out, go find them. This list has 5. Now, part of the reason for playing this list was that we had 2 Maguses and 3 Blood Moons. At this point, when we were creating this list, there was a lot of Force Negations, but also Blood Moon was not necessarily the best card in the format. This was done back in August. Now, things have obviously been evolving and changing and shifting, and so in our Red Prison builds, we're up to 7 Blood Moons. Here, we're down to 5. We've also kind of talked about, well, Rabble Master's kind of hit or miss, so I'm actually not expecting this list to do super crazy. That being said, one of the things that is a struggle for Red Prison is that graveyard, and sometimes we can get this lock and then we randomly just don't draw what we need to. This list attempts to fix that with God of Destiny. Will it work? We'll find out. That is the beauty of playing Magic. Let's go. Let's play. It's Saturday. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's Thursday. Look at that. Instantly found. We're going to play Magic. In Melbourne it is. I can't. Wow, we were talking about food, and look at our opponent. It's Guy Fieri. Let's play first. Cooking stream. All right. Unknown opponent. 2 Karn's a little awkward here. Seasoned Pyromancer's not bad. Simeon's okay. I guess we'll keep this. Let's start things out. Yeah, Zale collab. Cooking stream would be cool. I joked with the wife. I said if the pizza's really good, I'm going to set up all these cameras and we're going to have cooking streams. Pizza's really good. We're not going to have cooking streams. Ah. That's what you think. No, I would build a, you know those light systems that you have like at a wedding or other like showcases places that they, like a concert. You have all those. So I'd build a railing, a rectangular railing where I can clip cameras on and plug them in all up in the sky. Yeah, rail lighting. There you go. Shout outs to the Miss Fluffy. Whoa. 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 What are we doing over there, Aether Vial? What are we doing over there? Kappa. What plays this? This is Bolt worrisome. I don't think so. We just slam Karn, right? And then I down tick and go get something, or do I up tick? Red, white taxes? Am I afraid of a bolt here? Maybe I just go up here in fear of a bolt. I feel confident that this should be good. I can't imagine my opponent's playing blue and force with an Aether Vial. Question is, what do we do with this? I want to just go get that liquid metal coating. I think I'm supposed to. I'm gonna regret this if there's a bolt over there. There's a 5-0 list today for red white taxes. Man, I'm just supposed to pick up this liquid metal coating, aren't I? Let's do it. Let's do it. Don't bolt me. I saw your giant box of colors, Grayus. What are you doing? Is that all the intakes to your 3D printer? I don't know what they're actually called, but I think of them as like the glue gun components that melt down and then are squirted out to, you know, essentially pipe, but mold things. All right, Karn. Don't show me a helix, don't show me a bolt, don't show me a whatever you might have. Bloodstain Mire here. To me, it feels like it could be goblins. That's just me, though. Liquid metal coating. Off goes the snow-covered mountain here. And my opponent will be stuck at 1 mana for the most part. We'll never know what they're playing, because they're never going to cast anything. Thanks for showing up, opponent. Really good to have you here. That feels like a lock. We'll see. We'll see what my opponent wants to do here. Aether Vial going up to 2. You're procrastinating sorting the giant box. I get you. I get you. All right, so they fetched and got a Blood Crypt, and my opponent didn't do anything after that. I'm really confused why you would fetch. So now I will just kill the Blood Crypt. And I guess I'm playing Seasoned Pyromancer here, getting rid of Ritual and Karn, leaving myself with a Braid. That seems okay, right? Bam, hit a land, got a new Seasoned Pyromancer, things looking good. Onward. Now they don't fetch. Haha. The irony of the Vial player not getting to play Magic. Exactly. So I might be fidgeting a little bit today. We're still getting a little bit used to our new chair. We got a new chair. The big tall one is over there. Got our new chair. Comfy. It's ergonomic. My back is feeling better now that I have this new chair. It's kind of weird. I feel like I'm not quite sitting correctly in it, but after my wife and I talked about it, I think I am. It kind of makes you sit a little bit more curved. It's just interesting. My opponent plays a Blood Crypt, puts this into play tapped. I'm not really sure why. I haven't figured out why my opponent's still playing Magic. All right, we ended up getting a Desperate Ritual here. I'm going to kill this Blood Crypt. Goodbye, Blood Crypt. Chair stream when? Never, Zale. Never. Up we go. Kill Blood Crypt. I don't know. Am I just putting a new Seasoned Pyromancer out with some more tokens here? Doesn't seem unrealistic to do that. I lose my Abrade, but this list has another Abrade somewhere in it. Puts 4 more power out there too, with my opponent at 1 land this whole time. Feeling pretty strong here. Nice. Chalice looks pretty nice. I could put that at 1 or 2. Both would be pretty safe. chair stream's the best stream? Heh, that's what you think. That is what you think. We really should have picked up these chairs a long time ago. All right. Look, Seasoned Pyromancer again. All right, so my opponent is red-black, Aether Vial deck. That's all we know. That's a creature deck, so Anger the Gods seem interesting to me. I like the idea of potentially Chandra. My opponent played like nothing on one. I should probably just take out all the chalices. I think it's goblins. Like red, black, and Aether Vial is almost always just goblins. And so I do kind of want to keep my Blood Moons. I don't know how good Rabble Master is maybe in this matchup. And I don't believe that Chalice is really good. I might just cut one Rabble Master, Chalices, bring Angers, and this ginormous Chandra in here to blow up the world. I don't think I have anything else. Yeah, they're more likely to combo off. We're going to leave Spyglass for the Karn to pick up, since I have that. Yeah, I think I'm good here. I mean, we were on the, what, draw there too, I think? No, we were on the play. All right, 1 lander here, 2 4 drops, 3 3 drops. Can probably get rid of this. Chalice is okay. It's probably better ways to worry about it. Let's keep this, get rid of 1 Seasoned Pyromancer and give this a shot. I like seeing the bridge here. I know my opponent can combo off, assuming that they are goblins. Oh, they goblins. The Goblins. Should be an interesting little matchup here. Conspicuous. Nope. We'll see if they have another Aether Vial, if they've abandoned that idea. Thought seizes us. So Chalice is probably alright, Viridian. I think for the matchup, Chalice on 1 can hit like Skirk and Aether Vial. That's typically all it's hitting. Can hit obviously Inquisitions or Thought seizes as well. You need to get this up to like 2 or 3 to be probably the most effective. The one way you can look at the Chalice is it would be a nice way to dump cards for like say an Ensnaring Bridge, which we have. I think just having some more just removal is probably okay. My opponent steals my Karn Great Creator and ends up letting us draw Karn the Great Creator. Blood Crypt for our opponent, maybe a conspicuous Snoop. Looking for maybe this Abrade or land. Snoop is down. We have a Goblin Matron on the top of the library. Well, we hit a land. It's not a very good land for us. Can play Blood Moon, I suppose. Stopping Bogart wouldn't be bad here. Stopping this Bloodstain Mire wouldn't be bad either. Cavern of Souls. I like keeping them at red only. Sling Gang is one of those ways they can combo out, kind of kill us. Bogart helps to put things on top of the library. We don't want that. Yep. I think this is going to be Matron. Now they can naturally get something on top of their library with the Snoop. So we hope they don't have a Bogart on top at some point. That would be the fear. But Blood Moon's going to definitely do something here. I'm a little surprised. They get Bogart. I'm a little surprised they took Karn and not one of my 3 drops, if that is, you know, what we're doing without an Aether Vial. I guess I just don't see why they would do that. Whatever. All right. Whoop, that's a little high up there. Anyway, Blood Moon into play past turn. We'll see if they have that natural swamp in hand. We're drawing an Unearth. Let's keep these in check here. Got an Unearth and we got Bogart. The reason I brought this one in is because if they get to so many creatures in a bridge, the Chandra Awakened Inferno could theoretically kind of board wipe. which was some of the idea there. This list does not have Darksteel Citadel, just something I wanted to double check here. Something to double check. Goblin Crater Maker. That would kill Karn, Great Creator. Is there anything I would want here? I could ramp this out and get like a conspicuous Snoop named with Spyglass. I think it's just maybe better to season Pyromancer, get rid of Ritual, and maybe even just the Karn at the moment. Just work our way up to this. There we go. Looking good. We'll get Bridge and then we'll get a big Chandra into play. How about that? Yeah, season Pyromancer. What was it on top that I just saw? Oh, yeah, this card, Black Cleave Cliffs. Unearth Bogart in hand. We got a Thoughtseize coming, which doesn't really benefit them. They could shoot something doing 2 damage here if they wanted to. Gemstone's a little awkward because we already have a Gemstone, so we're a little further away from Awakened Inferno than I originally thought. I feel like I'm farther away. I feel like I'm a little bit farther away. Do I look farther away? No, they're still legendary lands. You can see it's legendary mountain. Thoughtseize. So we have Bogart, Thoughtseize. Yeah, they're still legendary. But it doesn't matter, my opponent's just done with us. Ooh. Ooh. Ritual 3, 4, 5, 6, Chandra, downtick. That's 2-0 versus Goblins. 2-0 versus Goblins. You know what? We're going to sit up. I'm going to sit up more, and then when I want to relax, I'm going to be like, ah. That's how we're going to do it. You're welcome, opponent. Welcome. Welcome to the prison. Klothys's prison. Late Dojo. Let's play first. It's a lot of mana. It's a lot of mana. How good do we think Chalice is gonna be? Gonna be busted. Let's go. I'm gonna lead with Prismatic Vista to hide everything. They'll never know what I am. What's up, booty booty? Ho ho! Inspiring Vantage, that's usually burn. Chalice pretty good against that. Lava Spike. Goes and gets a basic mountain. You've done goofed. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, it's been a while since we've done this to burn. Woohoo! Who's ready for the hard lock? It's a hot keep, it is. Ooh, that's a nice looking mountain. All right, show me that Eidolon. All right, we got to just beat an Eidolon. I think we can do it. Wow. Wow. All right, Forest here. 1, 2. Desperate Ritual. Yes, yes, Eidolon. We'll worry about you in a moment. And a Chalice on 2. Good luck. I think we've got this. It's feeling good. It's feeling good. I'd love an extra land here so I don't have to. Well, no. Season Pyromancer would make me pitch it anyway. Ooh. Ooh, hold on. Cracking, immediately fetching here. Do we have 3 drops? Rift Bolt? In for 2, light the stage? What are we doing? Skewer. All right. My opponent has a better oh no, stop. Skewer, skewer. I'm going to 5, and this is gonna put... Lace-eye. Yeah, Zale. It crossed our mind to use the Simian Spirit Guide. It's tough to say, because I think it was completely fine to do it that way. I didn't exactly expect a triple skewer when I put a chalice on one and had the bolt. That game's totally different if I lead off with the Seasoned Pyromancer there after that chalice. Man, I'm a little bit lost for words. Little bit lost for words there. Yeah, I didn't expect the triple. Triple kind of surprised me. All right, well, that's okay. So we're going to take out our bridges. That's what you take out against burn. We're going to take out a couple Maguses because Magus can kind of get got by a Searing Blaze, and I don't want that. We'll take out one Ritual because I don't have too much else. Leaving Chalice, bringing Eidolons, and having Angers here. We do have Rabble Masters will be a little more aggressive with this opponent. Let's play first, apparently. Two God of Destinies, not the greatest here. We do have Rabble Master, though. Can we be better than this? I'm going to keep it because God of Destiny kind of offsets a lot of burn. This is actually, funny enough, one of the reasons we started playing God of Destiny. Maybe take Rabble Master over Ritual, since they also Searing Blaze bait. I think we're okay here. Wow, do I just like anger this? do I just anger this because I picked up another anger? I think I'm going to. Only because I drew a second anger here. Any land is fine here because God of Destiny can get working, and this throws some things into the yard for me in the future. Monastery Swift Spear gone means no Monastery Swift Spear damage. Sacred Foundry for our opponent. Grim Lavamancer. Okay. Any follow-up here? All right, we need a land. We'll find him. We'll find him. Opponent bolts us down to 16. Grim Lavamancer needs a second card in the graveyard to be useful here. 2 mana, Eidolon. Attacks with Grim Lavamancer. We had a gemstone here. Be nice to have something different so that I could have angered, but we'll take it. God of Destiny into play here. We're at 13. Things could get really sketchy here real fast. Inspiring Vantage, no lands currently for us to go and use with God of Destiny. Looks like they're going to attack us for 2, 3, putting us to 10. Let me guess. Triple Skewer. Do it. Don't hold back. Skewer number 1. Show me 2 more. All right. Only 1 skewer. All Alright, we gain 2 life. We're gonna lose the 2 life here. Totally fine. What are we doing? Oh, skull crack. Alright. Pretty nifty. Still does 2 to them. Guess I'm going to 1. Shall we go to 1 and hope that they don't have a burn spell? Alright. Don't kill me, opponents. You got 2 cards. May they be light up the stages and lands. Land. This opponent had so many skewers. So many skewers. I've been sliced and diced. Wow. Well then, that was unexpected. We were very arrogant about our chalices in game 1, and they taught us a thing or two. They made us realize our mistakes. Realized our mistakes. It's better to be lucky than good. So which one of us was lucky and which one of us was good? Was I lucky that I had Chalice in 1 and 2 against Burn? Or were they lucky that they had all skewers? Lesson 2, play Burn. He was lucky and we weren't because we ripped an extra Chalice? Oh. Oh. It's a D land. Dylan. 3/4 is luckier than 2/4. I'd love to play first. Oh, I just want to keep this. We're gonna do it. Turn 2, God of Destiny. Turn 3, Karn. Free wins for you. Oh, thanks. We're apparently gonna get free wins. Free wins for us. This is one of the few ways we can ritual out Klothy's God of Destiny faster. And we are gonna do it. Who cares about a wooded foothills? You're watching both streams. Incoming blue mana counter. It's good to watch both streams. You get both perspectives. Basic forest. All right. By the way, they don't know what they've done. Not yet, at least. Not yet, at least. Sacred Foundry, Naya. Ooh. Each land card in your hand has cycling. Okay. I know what I'm playing against, which is funny. I know what I'm playing against. I'm trying to remember what it is that they have. I think I can just do this and go get a liquid metal coating here. Let's just keep things on check right now. It is super budget. It's like 7 tickets. They literally shared with me the list thinking I was going to play it on stream the other day. Joke's on them. They shared it too late. Naya colors, Astral Drift. We're drifting. We're drifting. So this is 3. I don't think I go get anything else just yet. What I do think I can do, though, is I can play Liquid Metal Coating. Let's get rid of some of this red mana they have. Let's go ahead and rich out a Seasoned Pyromancer. I don't know where to put Chalice. All right, well, looking pretty good here. What I could theoretically do is find an Abrade and get rid of the Astral Drift. Who hurt you? All right, Astral Drift. Bonus for my opponent. We don't exactly know what's going on. Not everything. I think I'm just gonna bring the Eidolons in and try to just be aggressive. Bring the Eidolons in, let's be aggressive. My opponent's gonna do some of that cycling stuff. The hand looks decent, I'll go ahead and keep it. Eidolon's looking fine here. $5 donos, we've won 4 games. We've won 4 games, I think, in total. Smile. That's 4 more than you should. Welcome to prison. We can only do this against Dylan, because Dylan's a cool guy. Triome. Let's play Mountain Pass. Let's wait to see what I want to do with this Prismatic Vista. I'd love to get green if I could with it. I like this Triome. I like this basic. Wall of Blossoms, draw a card. Now I can just work my way up the chain here. Working my way up the chain. Eidolon in play, go ahead, opponent. Let's see them play multiple spells now. The Drift. Astral Drift in play, takes 2. Alright, now I have Chandra. I guess we're playing Chandra and moving Wall of Blossoms out of the way so I can attack. Get out of the way and attack for 2. Good luck. We're gonna be doing 4 a turn here. Gonna get the Seasoned Pyromancer down next. We'll see if they can do anything super crazy to me just yet. The answer appears to be no. Let's get green mana here. Up with Chandra. 4 damage. Rabble Master seems pretty decent. We'll play a Rabble Master. Aggressive lines are good always. Uh-oh, do they have a path? Windswept Heath. Stopping on our main, by the way. Smart move. Breeding Pool. Shocks in. Blue, green. Green, white. When you cycle, you may search your library for basic land or a desert. Put it on the battlefield and shuffle. And then this is getting to flicker something, right? Next end step. All right, so they can keep Rabble Master kind of in check here. That's okay though. Finds an island. Flickers Rabble Master till end step. Expensive cycling. You'd have played 2 Seasoned Pyromancers that turn. Probably look to do that this coming turn. New Perspectives. When it enters the battlefield, draw 3 cards. As long as you have 7 or more cards in your hand, you may pay 0 rather than paying cycling costs. All right. Drawing 3 gives them 7. So every card is now free cycling. Cycles to flicker a creature. Ends up drawing a card and doing the basics and all of that. All right, so where is this going to go? New Perspectives. This deck feels like a 60-card commander deck. Wilts away our Eidolon. Okay. And that was a cycle wilt, by the way. That wasn't a casted wilt. It was a cycled wilt. So We're cycling everything. Cycling thickets, cycling triomes. What do we need to go get? It is a pretty cool deck. I think he gave me it. While he's going and doing his stuff. Yeah, I think this is the list. I don't know. We'll look at it a little bit more in detail later. All right, so we've got some Seasoned Pyromancers I can play here. Let's go ahead and rock one of these out there. So starting with the Seasoned Pyromancer, we're going to discard Bridge and Simian Spirit Guide. We hit God of Destiny and a new land. Let's go to combat. They'll flicker away our board, I presume. Cycles a cast out, flickering Rabblemaster. Entering combat. Attack for 2. I think I'm going to go ahead and go for another Seasoned Pyromancer here. We're going to get rid of Simian and Klothy here. And we'll go ahead and now pass. If I get one more turn here, I can get rid of New Perspectives. They give us Rabblemaster back. So the question is, can they cycle enough things to find whatever it is their win con, which is probably that historic card, the Zenith Flare or something like that, which does tons of damage. Stomping Ground here, they put this in 7. I am at 4. Sweltering Suns, this is casted, it looks like, yes. Isn't making tokens useless against their deck? Kind of. You're surprised I didn't discard the Cavern? All right, cycles are not free anymore at the moment. All right. They're about to draw another card here. Opponent's at 5. If I down tick here, it's not going to win us anything. If I uptick and kill New Perspectives here, when they draw their 7th card, they'd have to replay. I can kill this because of a Braid and this artifact interaction. This allows Chandra to go up. Right? Hold on. Until your next turn, the one target non-creature artifact becomes an artifact. Never mind. I need the liquid metal coating. What am I thinking about? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So I need to just go up with Chandra here and probably play Karn, go get Walking Ballista and try to win next turn. So let's go up, see if there's anything interesting. There's just a mountain. Play Karn. Down tick, and I guess I'll just go get a Walking Ballista, which would be lethal next turn. Wooded Foothills and pass. All right, so they draw here. Oh, they're doing something. Oh, they cycle a new Astral Drift to flicker. They do this at their end step, though, so it's a little awkward because they don't get it back immediately. I don't know if that was intentional or not. They should have done it on their main, second main. Now what? Draws 2 cards with hieroglyphic. So that puts them at 8. It's a lot better than not 8. I'm a little confused why they weren't able to cycle some other stuff before doing that. Feels like kind of a thing to do later. Cast another hieroglyphic illumination. Ah, Resounding Thunder is what they have. All right. So we need to kill them faster than Resounding Thunder. Deal 3 damage to any target. When you cycle, deal 6 damage. All right, so it has no bearing whatsoever on the graveyard. And cycling is just ignoring Chalice. The new perspectives is too expensive. I don't think I have really a change here. You know, I sort of don't have anything for this list. We'll just be faster, right? Fast attack, right? Let's play first. Well, I have a fast Blood Moon. That's not a bad idea. That might be enough. A Chalice out for a Chandra. That's fair. All right, let's go get a basic mountain here and pass. Blood Moon could hurt them. They do have wilts, so Windswept Heath can go pick their color they want. Or we could Rabble Master. Probably just Rabble Master. We didn't see anything like a path from them, so I feel fairly safe here against the Windswept Heath. Should be able to land here and just start attacking. We might even just follow this up with a Seasoned Pyromancer next. If they fetch for a non-basic, Blood Moon could be nice. Just depends if we draw that land. Triome for our opponent. Kind of want the Blood Moon out if they have another non-basic, which they do. Flagstones it is. Edge of Autumn. If you control 4 or fewer basic land card, put it on the battlefield tapped and shuffle. So they're ramping. Gets a basic forest. Land here, and I'm going to play Blood Moon. Shut them off some of these weird colors they've got going on there. Combat away. Here we go. Now they got to deal with a Blood Moon and an aggressive board here. Not sure they can do that. Forest was a good one to get, though. Was it good enough? Basic Plains is found as well. Resounding Thunder just to kill the Rabble Master. Pretty good. Here, let's go ahead and Seasoned Pyromancer, getting rid of Chalice and Abrade. We do not hit our land, however, we do hit Karn. Karn was already in hand. Chandra plus Desperate Rituals, looking good for next turn. They've had to kill one of our things. What are they going to do now? It's 4 mana, whatever they want to do. Cycles this creature. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Finds blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, combat with everything, play Chandra and threaten lethal numerous ways next turn. Good luck. Do you kill me? New perspectives. They draw 3, they're up to 8. So can they find all those resounding thunders here? When cycled they do 6, they could have 3 more of them. And if they have 3 more of them, they could kill me. I'm at 17. There's the first one. Cycle, cycle, cycle. Anticipation to see if they'll hit all 3 of them. Cycles this one, which gets them a land. Then deck and cycle. Yeah. Flickering an elemental here. Flickers the other elemental. They can flicker 2 goblins too. If they can flicker my Chandra at some point, they'll be safe as well. It's funny because if I had like a damping sphere, it doesn't really impact this list either. Cycling everything. There's the other resounding thunder. 1 more to go. One more to go. You need this cycling list. What am I in the league? Dylan says F's in chat, boys. Or who? I'm afraid they might have run out of steam. GG. Ah, yeah, they ran out of steam. Ran out of steam. We end up winning. That's a bummer. All right, so the list. I don't know. Can someone, Balade, can you ask Dylan if I can share the list? Is that okay? I think I have at least something close to it. Oh, I have the list. Well, I have one of the lists. Because this, yeah. Go ahead and get the list, but I think it's generally something around this. Looks a little bit like this. There's your new perspectives. And then a bunch of cycling for the most part. You have Zenith Flare in here, and you have the resounding thunders as well. There's your list. Generally speaking. All right. Yeah, it's super cheap, Zale. It's super cheap. Super cheap. I believe Dylan's doing a couple videos about it. It's a pretty cool little list. There you go. Balade's got it. There you go. In chat. We'll continue on our way, though. Maybe if we complete our leagues and stuff tonight, and if Dylan's still streaming that crazy list, we'll send you that way. Trying to remember if we usually finish before or after. All right, Balade, take care. He has 3 more lists. You might be on them for a little while. We'll find out. Dylan says you don't want it. It's 03. But the trick is, can you make it more consistent? Then, what do you do? Matchmaking failed. That doesn't happen too often. One match was turn 2 tight in both games? Jeez. Ooh, it's X-Whale. All right, let's play first. This opening hand seems good. We'll go ahead and keep. You can throw a Chalice on 1, Magus after that. We'll start with Stomping Ground sideways. What's super nice about like Magus with gemstone caverns is you can fetch for the basic forest, and then this will turn into your mountain. We'll see what happens here. I like their avatar. Elvish Reclaimer, about that. So, this is kind of interesting. I could get Blood Moon down now, but this Reclaimer is here. But Chalice on 1 doesn't do a whole lot. Probably just need to go ahead and get the Blood Moon down. Go ahead. Chalice on 2 is a little more powerful in this matchup. We'll see what this Elvish Reclaimer can do. It can obviously fetch for basics that it needs. We'll see though. I'll have an Ensnaring Bridge as well down. This should be relatively decent against our opponent. Should be relatively decent. Yeah, we're on. This is a Vesuva. Huh. I actually kind of like just ditching some Chalices here and get a Seasoned Pyromancer down. Doesn't seem all that bad. Like I said, Chalice isn't as good against the green and white version of Titan, which is what we're looking at. There we go. I think I can. Yep. We'll attack for 2 here. We're doing this Elvish Reclaimer thing. Gets a Flagstones, which is also a mountain. Wonder if they know that that doesn't convert to more lands. We'll find out soon. Looks like I'm going to get to play Karn here. Down tick and go get a Liquimetal Coating. This way we can keep them on only a couple lands. That'll be important. Combat-wise, I think I'm going to go ahead and attack with just a Seasoned Pyromancer. They do path me. All right. I have been pathed. Karn plus Liquimetal Coating, though, could do some work here. One of the few reasons to not always run the Magus of the Moon is Path is a little more prevalent than some of the other enchantment removal and also Celestial Purge. We'll see, though. It might be a Titan right now. They do have enough mana for it. Make 6 mana. We're doing Titan things. I have 5 mana. I can put Bridge down and Liquimetal Coating. Will be interesting. There's a field and a Blast Zone. Well, Blast Zone's what I want to kill. Land. Let's go fetch some basics, shall we? Shall we? Bridge. Liquimetal Coating. Liquimetal Coating can kill Blast Zone here. And go ahead, opponent. So the bridge is going to save us for a little bit. It's not going to save us for forever, though. The Flagstones works because I don't have Magus here anymore. They pathed the Magus. Magus went poof. Poof. See if they have an answer for bridge. A little bit tempting to go get a second bridge with Karn. Only because of the risk of losing the first bridge to something like Knight of Autumn. Whatever land I target here, they can basically search for it. Tempted to not worry about using Liquimetal Coating this turn and getting a Spyglass down to shut off the Elvish Reclaimers. Let's do that this turn. Goes and gets a Valakut. So we have a Dryad and a Windswept Teeth here. That's pretty good. 2, 3, plays the Dryad down. So we'll name Elvish Reclaimer here. Unfortunately, this Dryad is going to be a bit of a problem. Let's go ahead and shut down, like, I don't know, Temple Garden here. So here we lose Karn, and we're going to take some damage. Luckily, we're not going to take a ton yet. So Windswept Teeth down probably. Oh, nope, Snow-Covered Forest. This shoots Karn. Zombies created here. So I would take a Chandra here to kill Dryad. I'll take a Blood Moon to turn this all off. Lucky for me, I have also God of Destiny just to gain a little bit of this life back. Windswept Teeth cracked here. They're gonna get a Primeval Titan. Am I just dead? I think Blood Moon's the only thing that saves me here. They're gonna play Primeval Titan, have 1 card in their hand. I'm gonna get 2 more things. There'll be 2 fetch lands. I'm gonna take 6. Unless it's Vesuva plus another Valakut, in which case I'm dead. 6, 9, 12. All right, extra Valakut work too. All right, so my opponent gets us here through the Blood Moon effect and through our Liquid Metal Coating. Bummer. Bummer. All right, 2 Chandras in for Chalice, and kind of tempted to try to bring this Spyglass in for the Elvish Reclaimer. I could also try to Chalice on 1 against it as well. Chalice on 1 stops the path. They're probably going to have things like Knight of Autumn coming in now as well. Let's get rid of... Anger's really only going to kill that Elvish Reclaimer if it's killed in the first 3 turns. After that, it'll grow to be too large. Then it's not really worth it, and Anger's just going to kill my stuff. I'm going to take out a Braids against my better judgment and put the Spyglass back on the board. Because I'm on the play, I'm going to try to do Chalice on 1 quicker. And when we're on the draw, I might do the other way with the Spyglass in and the Braids in and the Chalice out, because the Chalice won't be able to sneak under before my opponent is already there with a Reclaimer in play. Yeah, we'll give it a shot. This is a tough list for us. There's a lot of axes that they can attack on. And Dryad, kind of as we saw, definitely takes care of us. King, thank you for the follow. We're close to our 2020 goal. We're close. Getting there. Let's play first. Let's not keep a 1-lander, shall we? Mulligan. All right, this is much better. Get rid of a Chalice. You see Mono Red Prison, you click the follow button. What if it's not Mono Red Prison? What if it's not Mono Red Prison? Oh no. All right, definitely gonna try to get this Chalice down pretty quick. No bolts for Elf is the real problem. We're trying to Chalice on 1. I just lost a follower. It's all right. It's alright. Gotta be honest. It is the home of the Red Prison. Klothy being involved is making it even better. Well, there you go. We made it better, apparently. At least in some people's eyes. Alright. What do they got? Windswept Teeth here. No crazy follow-ups. Let's go ahead and put a Chalice on 1 here rather than using Magus. This way we protect ourselves from future paths. This Windswept Heath gets a Plains. They had the random Mana Tithe, which I don't know why they'd be running it, but we had that covered. White and green here. So next play here is probably Rabble Master. So let's do that. This will give us a clock. We're trying to show up after Dryad. We need to layer on top of Dryad with our Magus of the Moon if possible. You hate Blood Moon decks, but I somehow make it look fun. Thanks. Alright, in for some serious damage here. And then we will play a Magus and just pass and see if they can beat a Magus of the Moon. Nice and delayed there. Opponent concedes. Doesn't have the way to kill it through probably the Chalice. Got there. Alright, game 3. I talked about bringing these back in. Let's think here. So Elvish Reclaimer gets them out of the whole Blood Moon problems. That will come down immediately, and that's why a Braid would be nice to have. That way we can interact with an already resolved Elvish Reclaimer. Probably want to just bring the Abrades in over the Chandras. Chandra was kind of a meme. So that's probably what we need to do, which basically puts the list back to even keel here of where we started. Which, honestly, sometimes even though you lose game 1, you need to just accept that you had a little bit of a bad draw or your opponent had just the right cards. And you should just stick with it. And so, let's stick with it. Submit. Let's get a fast Blood Moon, shall we? Well, we have the Abrade, and we have the Blood Moon. Let's go ahead and keep. It's an okay hand. There's a few things wrong with it, being that I don't really have a way to protect the Magus, and it's not the actual Blood Moon. If it's the actual Blood Moon, we have a good way of protecting it. No such things. Windswept Teeth here for my opponent and does nothing. Ooh, we have God of Destiny showing up. We're gonna get this going. Woohoo! Windswept Teeth here. Main phase number 1 here, turn 2, basic plains. Misty Rainforest, fetching basic forest, explore. Okay. What do we want to fetch? Stomping Ground's probably okay. I don't need that much green. Okay, so if I play Magus, what does that gain me? Not much. So let's go ahead and play God of Destiny instead. And just pass the turn. Blood Moon can come down next turn. 3 mana Dryad. Gets to play 2 lands here. 1, 2, 3. Can double hit the Dryad. 2, 3, 4, 5. I wonder if double hitting this Dryad's worth it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the next turn would be 5. We have Forest, Plains, Unknown right now. I think my best chance at winning this game is to go ahead and double hit the Dryad here. I don't particularly like doing this. I could also play a Blood Moon here. If I play a Blood Moon, I could double hit. I could double hit the Titan that they might be playing. I have to play probably Blood Moon because they probably have the Path for the Magus. If they have Path and Titan, then they don't have enough for Titan. If they have land, then Titan, we have to beat a Titan coming down. So if they have land and Titan, they just ramp, and so Blood Moon saves us, and then we can double hit with a Braid next. I think I'm going to go ahead and play the Blood Moon just past turn here. To me, if they have land plus Titan, they'll probably still slam it out, and then I can double down on a Braid, and I've just got to beat a Dryad, which is no tall order for us. They've obviously got all their basics. I mean, that was pretty obvious. All right, they attack for 2 here. Kind of don't do anything. They just bounce off me. I think we'll just slam our own Magus here and then just play Stomping Ground and pass turn. Now there's a bunch of lands, but apparently my opponent did not have a Titan, so there is that going for us. Opponent explores. And after this explore, they play a Tangled Florahedron. 3. I can make this a 3/3. I don't like that. I could put this on 2. If I put it on 2, what does that buy me? Couple things. I could put it on 1. 1's not bad for new Reclaimers and Path. Path could be a problem for God of Destiny. Yeah, Braid would be dead on 2. Putting on 3 doesn't really do stuff unless it's a Knight of Autumn. I think I'll casually put it on 1 here, pass the turn. There's that Path. All right, well, we'll just sit here. Not gonna really fire off the Abrades. Using the Path there means God of Destiny does an additional 2 damage here. We're just waiting for that Titan to show up. Once the Titan does, we'll double tap it. Oh, we're trying to get it up to 6 here. It's a little ways away. All right, we can play lands from the graveyards of Ramunot, Excavator. New God of Destiny. 1, 2, 3. We're gonna actually play the new God of Destiny. We're gonna do that because it gives us another card in the yard. I think I've just gotta sit still here for another turn or 2. I know I'm taking 5, but we're offsetting 2 of that every turn as well. Looking for bridge, basically. We'll take a Karn, too. What else do we have? We're just playing things like this all the time? There's a Rex Sage. Well, now things are going to get really interesting. There goes Blood Moon. Oh, we're doing all right, Foreman Red. We're doing all right. Top of the library is a... Maybe I should fetch. We haven't. It's going though. Ooh, there's Chandra. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. So we hit Path here. They haven't played Titan. They played Rex Sage over the Titan, though, if they have the Titan. If we play Chandra down an uptick, that puts them to 8. Then they attack 2, 4 plus 6, or 1, and I can abrade one of them, but I won't get both. I could do Chandra up, but then what am I doing? Am I just having to kill like a Ramunot or a Reclamation Sage and just hope they don't have the Titan? Chandra up doesn't have enough mana for bridge. I know Chandra up is a great clock here. We need to just not die out of nowhere. I'm gonna fetch land a pair of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We played Rex Sage, but we did not play a Titan, and Titan could have been played. But now if we play Titan after this, we can get Valakuts and kill. Because we'll have one extra fetch land here. They play Titan. 2 Valakuts. Ends up being 6, 12 plus fetch. Yeah, but you guys you guys realize that if I allow a Titan to resolve, we die. There's almost a case for putting Chandra into play and just down ticking it on the Dryad and saving 2 abrades, and I think that's where I'm leaning. So killing the Dryad, yes, they'll probably get Valakut and a field, but I can then double use abrade. I think it's got to be kill Dryad here, because I think I died to do my things. If they get Titan, they kill us with 2 fields. It gives me the opportunity to top deck a bridge. So if you're top deck, if you give it, so it's not great. It's not great. I agree. However, if we look at it this way, they top deck a Titan and I don't get rid of Dryad, we lose. If I kill Dryad, they top deck a Titan, we have another top deck. And although they'll have the field, they would have the Titan out. They would get 2 zombies initially and then another 2. That'd be 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Then I shoot that. We'd have 1 extra turn, right? 2 turns if I kill here. If I go up, they could point everything at Chandra. And if they point everything at Chandra, I can't technically abrade to remove things, but I've now upped, putting them 8. This would be 7, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. I think I'm going to go ahead and Chandra down tick on Dryad. I think it gives me more turns, which feels more correct. Yeah, and if they're pointing everything at Chandra, it's decent, but I don't see them needing to do that. Let's also put something in the yard for Klothy, so they attack and then they throw 4 at me. I'm just gonna let this resolve because I have 2 abrades. I can deal with these in a little bit. Lands played, Flagstone Trigger here, unknown card. Remember, we're offsetting like Ramunot now. Prismatic's not what we wanted. We'll steal their Dryad. Play a Prismatic Vista and pass turn. They're at 8. Looks sketchy, yes. Explores. Let's redraw. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thinning deck with flagstones here. We'll see if that one extra turn faster with Chandra mattered. We'll see, we'll see. The other thing I could do right now here is attack or kill some things. Two, 4, 5. I think I'm gonna go ahead and just wait though, because double braid on like a future Dryad could give us enough time as well. They replay flagstones. Temple Garden, this was out of the yard. Not gonna fetch. My life total is very precious right now. Although it's becoming less precious as I continue to flood out. Killing Ramunot seems good. I think killing the very first Titan or Dryad I see is better. I can take this 5 damage each turn. Here we go. Here's your Titan. So like this is what I have to kill. So they get a Radiant Fountain in a field. And they have 2 Misty and a Windswept Teeth here. The amount of creatures they'll create here is just too much. Gets to replay the flagstones as well with the Ramunot. I still have to kill the Primeval Titan. I know people are going to be like, well, you should have killed this. But then I'm just getting smacked by a big 6/6. I'll take 5 here. I'm going to offset a little bit of that with God of Destiny. I basically need a bridge here. We'll see. We know what we need. And in that case, we are going to fetch all these out to thin the library as much as possible. And hope for the best. Hope for the best here, ladies and gentlemen. Needing Karn or Bridge off the top. And results are... Chalice on 6. Not gonna happen. How far we can put this? Scare them. Just scare them. What is this, a Chalice for 4? Bam, Chalice for 4. Alright. Opponent attacks with all their stuff. That was a close one. That was very close. Some of you would say, okay, well, if you would have killed some of these, obviously draws are a little bit different because you're shuffling with this. But if I'm killing these and then they just show up with that Titan and they attack with, they had 2 zombies plus a Titan, that's 10 damage. Stopping this wave here for like 3 turns is 10 damage, right? Because this is 5, then we offset 2 of it, 5. And even, let's just go with the, okay, if I would have killed them and now they have a Titan, based on these draws, we're not getting there. So we can kind of look at the whole match as a total and go, hey, did we get there? I think we played as best as we could. 2-2. 2-2 looking for that 3-2 here, playing Klothy. Red Prison. Splashing green. For the God of Destiny, leading us to our destiny. We definitely needed that bridge, just didn't find it. We had 7 hits, because we hadn't played a Karn yet. We had 4 Karns and 3 bridges, because this was definitely accessible, because we had 7 mana. Had more with God of Destiny. God of Destiny almost got us there. Almost. Just needed a little more help. A Blood Moon before that Titan showed up could have also bought us enough time. Indeed. Well, that's why we talk through it. And we try to find the line that has the highest probability of giving us the most turns. What's interesting is our problem that we have to solve every match is to give us enough turns to either slowly beat them or give my opponent not enough turns to get out of our lock. It's a fun balance. It's a fun balance. We'll keep this opening hand. It's got turn 2 Blood Moon 2 ways. Let's go. Ooh. Ooh, Urza's Mine. Show me a Simian Spirit Guide. No such luck. All good. All right, so we've got Blood Moons galore here. We've got Tron across from us. We'll see how lucky we are. All right, we will Ritual, and I'm going to play the Blood Moon over the Magus here. Blood Moon's just a touch safer. Sometimes Tron is playing Dismember main deck. I don't know why. They sometimes do it, so we'll do it this way. We'll see if they have a Waste, and if they're more Eldrazi, or if they are straight Tron. We'll see either Forest or Waste here, probably. Way to make me look like an idiot. Way to let me look like an idiot. What's the swamp in here for? Black Tron? Excuse me. Opponent. Can I have a word with you? Can I have a word with you? All right, we're gonna throw down a Chalice here on one so that my opponent can't cantrip in the future. I'm not really sure what the swamp means. Saw prison in the description. Working on a prison stack myself. Here hunting for the last thing to push me over the edge. Well, just stay tuned for round 2. You'll be happy. You'll be happy. All right, Rabble Master here. Quickest clock for us. We'll see if my opponent has any removal. We got this random swamp here. We'll see. In for a point here. If they're playing O-Stone or anything of that sort, we do have our Braid, which is sweet for that. Otherwise, I guess my opponent's just going to try to get to 7. Torment of Hellfire? That's true. That's true. They could be playing that. That'd be sweet. I'm down. I'm kind of down for some Black Tron with Torment. Just throwing that out there. All right. Playing God of Destiny over the Magus of the Moon. We're kind of risking a little bit by just leaving ourselves with a Magus of the Moon as our only way of locking out their Tron opponent. That being said, I think we're pretty okay at the moment. We'll see though. We'll see. They can get to 6 here, which is a Wormcoil engine. If they can't quite play a Wormcoil though, we should win this match. All right, we're continuing to play Magic. Down to 11 using Klothy on the Expedition map in the yard. We'll go to combat, straight to it, and attack. 3 Goblin tokens plus Rabble Master. This becomes 5. This is 3. That's 8. Putting my opponent to 2. 3. Easy math. Let's play new Magus here and pass turn. We are in very little danger of losing this one. We'll see though. Black Tron, huh? The darkest of Trons. Luckily, we have Rabble Master's main. Makes the Tron matchup a little bit easier. All right. We don't know much else. They got Swamp. That's about all we know. That is about all we know. All right. Funny enough, God of Destiny is probably somewhat worth taking out. Take Bridges for Eidolons. I'd like to get this Spyglass in. It's kind of an interesting card. It's sometimes too slow with Karn, but sometimes it's just right with Karn. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't. I'll just submit without the Spyglass. The main elements of our deck should be fast enough. We actually ended up taking that on the draw as well against Tron, which is super nice. Super nice. Could also be a Howling Mine of Nixilis deck. That'd be sweet. Whatever they're doing, it's a lot more interesting than just normal blue, green, or even red Tron. I'm intrigued enough to continue on here with our opponent. I guess I had no options. I want to finish the match, but this is at the point where I'd be like, oh, okay, map, you're gonna fetch, like, you know. Probably wouldn't suggest anything when playing, but once they put the swamp down, I'd be like, Blacktron, opponent? Blacktron? Alright, if I had a ritual in hand and was able to put Rabblemaster on turn 1, I would do it. But I don't. One lander's not going to get us there. Let's mulligan away. 3/4 drops and a 2 drop, no acceleration, no moons, no lock pieces. Mulligan. Turn 1 Rabblemaster. It's time to go. Don't like how I did that. This card and this card. Done. Gemstone. Say okay. With Stomping Ground. We're all in, ladies and gentlemen. Blacktron probably playing Dismember. We're all in on Rabblemaster. Good luck to us. Chromatic Sphere. Heh. Here we go. Rabblemaster, go. Go, go, go. Your white, green, black in the build. Black for Dark Confidant, Unearth. Green for Dorks. Sideboard Hate. And red, super important for Prison. For your stacks list, I typically have stacks lists in red and white. My opponent makes black here with Chromatic Sphere. This does make this a Revolt trigger. Fatal Push was beyond line at the moment. Star is follow-up here. That's why Chalice on 1 isn't a bad thing to have. A lot of cantrips. Makes black once more. Again, floating black. Chromatic Star number 2 after a sphere. Alright, combat we go here. No way to get Karn the Great Creator out. My opponent could have Tron. We'll see. We hit for 6, puts them to 13. What do you have for us, opponent? Haha, Urza's Tower. Misses. Makes more black. I'm not as afraid of this whole black thing. Not as afraid as green. Green's scary. Black's okay. Now we're floating 2 mana. Hold up. That's no Sylvan Scrying over there. Just lean into it. Dismember? Map. Okay. Cracks map. It's good to crack map before I could get Karn down. Good for them. Urza's mine. My opponent's got a bajillion mana here. Alright, Rabblemaster. Damage in. So there's 8 worth of damage, puts them to 5. So they're going to put this down. They're going to have 10 mana. I think here we're going to go and get a Walking Ballista. We'll see if this is enough. This is kind of awkward here. I'm deciding Walking Ballista, but maybe I should actually go get... Let's go get Liquid Metal Coating in case my opponent stumbles here. The reason for getting Walking Ballista is if they have like a singleton removal, they remove Rabblemaster. I can put a Walking Ballista on 1 and we can see what happens from there. A little afraid of an Ugin. There's Ugin. All right. So, this is kind of interesting because they can get rid of all my creatures. I can kill the mine off and they can't quite kill Karn immediately. I'm gonna play Liquid Metal Coating down here. We're gonna get rid of the mine. I know this isn't great against an Ugin, but keeping them a bit off of their Tron mana here will give us enough time to potentially find like a Chandra, which would be potentially worth it. We'll see. No boat is incorrect. No, it's not strictly incorrect. You're making a whole ton of assumptions by that. What would I do with a boat right now? How could I cast a boat? I'm at 2 mana. Basic Swamp for our opponent. shoots Karn, puts Karn to 1. Because this is a non-Tron land, we could also liquid metal coating the Ugin at their upkeep. Which allow me to go up here, and then with an Eidolon here, this is kind of interesting. Let's go for this. We actually have an interesting potential line of lethal coming up here. We'll see what my opponent does. If they cantrip or anything, we're looking good. We're going to stop Ugin on their turn. They have 4 mana. Could be numerous things, but we'll make them make the mistake here. I'd make sound effects if I had the boat. I see. I see. All right, so Ugin is not useful. My opponent does find their mine. They have lots of mana here. And in fact, they're making lots of mana. Plays a Worm Coil Engine. Oh, this game's slowly slipping away. Rabble Master wasn't quick for us, or quick enough. What are we looking at here? Is Worm Coil the door to us, even though we have them at 5? I think it could be. I think the Ugin was just enough for them, and they had double tower when they finally got their Tron mana. Looks like we're going to probably go to game 3. Makes 3 mana here. Feeds the Swarm, taking 4. My opponent just lost. My opponent just lost the game. They just lost. They went down to 1, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go get Walking Ballista. They just lost. There was no need for that. We're not going to our next game. We're removing a counter, hitting them for 1, and closing the game out against Blacktron, taking it 3-2 overall. And there you go. That is why you continue to play the game out and see what your opponent may or may not do. Here's the list. Klothy, Red Prison. A little bit of red and green here on our holiday week coming up. Those for those watching on YouTube. Show and Sneak, thank you for the follow. Nearly said that backwards. I think that's the intention. Nice. List played well. It hasn't been updated since August. Now, some people would go, oh, why don't you just play an updated list, Fluffy? Come on. You lazy? Here's the thing. What's nice about Magic is that you don't have to be on the cutting edge all the time. Did we win 5-0? No. But if I walked away from an FNM 3-2 positive on the night, I'd be pretty happy. Especially if I haven't had to invest any more into my list and I can take my time in acquiring cards that matter. Sometimes taking that step back from the meta and just sitting there before you get cards saves you more money and makes the list more attainable for folks, especially those building into some of these lists. If you're building into a list like this and then suddenly like 2 weeks later I'm updating it to something else, that's tough. That's tough on people. Play Klothy's Red Prison for a while. Maybe you don't like straight Red Prison. Maybe you opened a couple God of Destinies. I don't know. Sweet list, worth playing. Check it out. Klothy, helping Red Prison gain some life.